Hey guys, happy Thursday. 4 quick items for you to talk about today. Ryan Cohen buys GameStop. Tony Denaro buys GameStop. We're going to touch on MNPI, material non-public information. How does Ryan Cohen's purchase affect GameStop potentially purchasing Bitcoin? And if you want a little follow-up on how the bond trading is going, what these bond traders are doing, why they're employing the past couple days a delta negative strategy instead of a delta neutral strategy, I'll show you some of the bond trading and we'll talk about that. Without any further ado, let's get right into the information. We got news that some people have been hoping for a while, a purchase from the CEO of GameStop stock. Ryan Cohen today filing a Schedule 13D after the market closed, disclosing his current position, 37.347 million shares of GameStop. That gives him a total ownership of 8.4%. And down in the footnotes here, we can see that the details say on April 3rd, Ryan Cohen purchased 500,000 shares at a price of $21.55. Not a bad buy. As for me, I've been kind of bottom fishing over the past couple days, trying to get a good entry at the lows of the day. And my limit orders have not been getting filled, but I did get a fill in after hours yesterday at $21.25. So Ryan Cohen, I beat you by 30 cents. But I did not get the low of the day today, 21.10, as it tanked there at the end of the day. And I did not get the low of the week either. I'd prefer to be buying between, you can see the green demand zone there, between about $18.75 and $21. $21.25 is a good point for me to get a initial re-entry after selling around the earnings just a week or so ago. So I am back in GameStop and my cost basis is $21.25. I recognize there is risk in the economy right now, and I don't know what's going to happen with Bitcoin. And I do think that GameStop's share price is going to be heavily influenced by what happens with Bitcoin plus the market. So I am leaving myself some room for, if the price comes down, I will add more. And if the price goes up, well, you know, at least I got a little bit at $21.25. Remember that I am a swing trader of GameStop. I'm looking for the best possible entry and then selling into moves up. And you can see my more recent purchases back in November and February were just over $24. And then I got out just over $25. Not a great trade. I didn't hold either one of those to the absolute maximum. But the point of my trading style is to continually be locking in profits and then try and wait for things to calm back down, come back in, buy it cheap, rinse and repeat. Do I always get the absolute bottom and absolute top in every ticker? Absolutely not. You can see my results on GameStop here haven't been perfect. But the point is they are profitable. And it is a repeatable strategy if you're willing to be patient for your entry and sell into run-ups. Thinking about Ryan Cohen's purchase today of 500,000 shares of GameStop then leads me into thinking more about what everybody's wondering. Is GameStop going to buy Bitcoin? Did they already buy Bitcoin? I saw a lot of the pumpers jumping on the football, the incorrect news that GameStop had already bought Bitcoin. No, they have not bought Bitcoin yet. And how do you know that they haven't? Because the company did not disclose it, and Ryan Cohen disclosed that he purchased shares, and he couldn't be purchasing shares if there was material, non-public information like the company already bought Bitcoin. He can't buy shares if that information has not been disclosed to the public. They did say they have the intent to purchase Bitcoin. But if he knew that they already bought shares and then he went and bought them today before the company disclosed to all of us that they bought Bitcoin, he's running afoul of SEC regulations. So I feel pretty confident that GameStop has not bought Bitcoin yet. And that is fine because the price of Bitcoin is coming down. Hey, Ryan, be patient. Wait for a good entry. I think we'd all love to see that. And nobody wants Ryan Cohen getting in trouble for violating insider information trading regulations. Can we agree on that? That is my opinion. I'm not a SEC regulation attorney. Let me know if you guys have a different opinion. Could GameStop have already bought Bitcoin and not told us? And Ryan Cohen releases on April 3rd that he bought GameStop shares. What do you guys think? If you haven't been following me on X, let's put a couple days worth of the bond trades up on the screen for you guys to see. Back on March 28th, when these bonds started trading, they were trading as high as 105. And I'm going to put up a couple screens here for you guys showing more recent data from this week. You can see on 3/31 in the white column, the price, the bonds are trading 101 to 104, closing the day on the 31st at 104 and trading through the 1st of April still at 104. And then over the last couple days, the price has been falling 1% or so, and they're currently trading around 102.7. What does that mean to you if you're a holder or trader of the common stock that the bonds are trading at 104 or 102? Not a whole lot. I mean, we're only talking a 1% difference here, but it is worth noting, interesting to note anyways, in the second column, the size column, that each one of these trades is over $1 million. Now, I can't tell you how big the order size is, over $1 million, but each one is a minimum of $1 million. So this is very, very high bond trading activity going on. And I only point that out for those of you who are listening to people telling you that no one's going to trade these bonds. They're just going to diamond hand them to $38. We can go look on the Bloomberg and see very, very high bond trading activity, as you would expect when people are running a bond arb strategy. The other thing that's kind of interesting to talk about or think about if you want to know how these bond traders are trading this stock is that many of them over the past couple days, with the bad economic news and the fears of tariffs and the fears of stocks being driven down, have been running not a delta neutral strategy, but a delta negative strategy. That is where they over short the common relative to their position on the bonds. Why would they do that? Because they are betting on the common falling, and they're betting on it falling faster than the anticipated delta, and falling faster than the bonds fall. The bonds are going to fall as the price of the common gets further away from the conversion price. But if you want to make money as a bond arbitrage trader, you're looking for, some edge that you might have. And if you think that the common is going to take a hit due to tariffs, you overshort it. The bonds are relatively new, and there's 5 years to go on them, 3 years to go if you think about the put date. And these bond traders were making a bet that the bonds weren't going to move a whole lot and that the common might. And that is exactly what happened. A 7% decline on GameStop common stock today and a 1% decline on the bonds is a big win for any bond trader that had a delta negative strategy today. The thing that I'm thinking about now is, with that news that Ryan Cohen bought common stock, 500,000 shares, and so did Tony Denaro, are these bond traders going to be reevaluating that delta negative strategy? If they think that, Ryan Cohen news could flip common share price moving into more of a positive direction, or that the economic or tariff news starts getting better, then you wouldn't want to be in a delta negative strategy. You'd want to go back to a delta neutral or maybe even delta positive strategy and wait for that bounce back up in the share price direction. So I can't tell you what's going to happen. What I can tell you is that what I'm watching for GameStop was I'm watching that demand zone. I'd love to buy, like I said, around 19, 20 bucks. I don't know if it'll get there, so I already got my initial entry. But the thing that I'm watching now is Bitcoin's price and waiting for some news from GameStop that they've purchased Bitcoin. And then I think that the way that GameStop trades, because we're not really getting much juice from the brick and mortar, we're going to see GameStop trading very closely tethered to how Bitcoin trades. And that will be exciting to see if Ryan Cohen gets a cheap price for Bitcoin and then it goes up. Hey, nothing but good news from there. That is the gamble, and I'm here for it. And you need to assess your own risk strategy and decide if that is a play that you're interested in or not. It is still a speculative bet on Bitcoin. So you need to think about what you think about Bitcoin. GameStop is going to be closely tethered to Bitcoin from here on out once they get that buy-in. Let me know what you guys think. I love to hear your comments and questions. Thank you for watching all the way through. I hope you learned something. I am Tony Denaro, and I will see you on the next video.